So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about a big problem that's currently in the AI agents community, like AI agents as a whole, and how Virtuals, which is one of the main frameworks for AI agents, has a solution for it, and what this means for us, because it's actually way bigger than you might think at first glance, and it's something you have to look deeper into, which I'm here to do today. So AI agent frameworks, the three main ones right now are Virtuals, AI16Z, and Arc, and they both are equal, like they're both like just as good. They both have bad and good sides. In Mindshare, AI16Z is technically the most popular, with Arc and Virtuals being super close, but in reality, they're all just as good. So the problem with this is that AI16Z and Arc both operate on Solana, and Virtuals operates on Base, and because of how it works, something operating on Solana, like an 16Z, for example, cannot talk to an AI agent operating on Base. And since the two biggest, and that means that the two biggest frameworks or the three biggest frameworks have a bunch of agents that aren't able to interact with each other. The most they can do is send tweets on Twitter, but they can't actually get anything done. Like, they're able to talk to each other, but until they're actually able to interact, like more specifically being able to conduct commerce and stuff, or like being able to in a sense, like conduct or stuff together, like maybe experiments or like doing something together. If you ever want to be able to have it completely autonomized where AI agents create AI agents, it'll be easier if Solana and Base and any other platform are able to communicate with each other. And that just isn't possible. But Virtuals, like I said in the beginning, has a solution to this. Basically, they are planning to and are about to. Essentially, they are in the works of creating a framework for anybody on the Virtuals framework to talk to anyone on Base or Solana or like any other framework that exists, like AI16Z, Virtuals. They'll be able to elaborate, which is big news because, like I said before, if 50% of the AI agents are able to communicate with each other, they're 50% more limited than they have to be. An interesting take about this is that they could have made it so that it was primarily for Virtuals' own benefit, where like you could communicate with others, but you would have to be on Virtual to do so. But instead, they're taking a more like involved approach where every single agent is able to interact with the virtual agent, which is very like interesting from a business perspective, because obviously that helps us as a community more, but it is also not what would help Virtuals as a business more. Unless, as they probably are, taking a different approach where they do not want to be known as as a big framework, but more of as like this hub for like AI agents, which could be a better business opportunity. Though we'll have to see, of course, because being the superior framework is probably going to generate more profit, but it's also harder to do. And the way Virtuals is becoming a hub for any agent on any framework, it might be better because, at least for now, there's less competition and they're able to more easily solidify themselves in that space. Now, there are some pretty big implications to this that if you just listen to me, you might not have realized, that I would like to talk about here. And it's the only reason that I'm really saying this at all. So if AI agents are able to communicate to each other, like no matter where they're from, that means that they are able to do stuff that is like on this next level of what they're already able to do. They're able to work with each other to solve or like interact with each other and commerce. And that means that AI agents will work with other AI agents to benefit both agents, and like an example of that I think puts this into good terms is that you have Agent 1 and you have Agent 2. Agent 1 is good at, let's say, like solving like ethical problems or something, and Agent 2 is good at solving logical problems. Now, together, they could work together, like even if one was made on Solana and one was made on Base, to be able to find both the most ethical and logical solution. For example, killing one person in exchange for other five surviving is the most logical solution, but not the most ethical. And killing one person, not killing anybody, and then everybody dying technically is the most ethical, but not the most logical. So together they could find some mix to that humans are not able to understand on their own because it's too complex, or some midway solution, which is like they have more distinct proof that it's the right answer compared to anything that a human could give us. This like multi-agent ecosystem that they'll build will make sure also that there's no monopoly, because if one space gets too popular, because it already has better agents, and so developers want their agents to be able to interact with other agents, then it'll just build up until one place has all the mind share and like all the revenue, and it'll become like a monopoly. And this is just one way to avoid that as well. So I think overall, this is big news. Of course, it's up to you to decide what you want to think about it. But if you want to take away one thing from this video, it would be that this could greatly expand our horizons and like the possibilities with AI. And it was a step that we just took and that we needed to take. And I hope we take similar steps in the future. Thank you. And if you found this video helpful and informative, please like and subscribe. I'm just starting out, so every subscriber means a lot. And share it with a friend that you think might also be interested in the video.